Meet Steve and Lora, the wandering empty nesters. This is Bookpack Go, your inside look at real adventures, smart travel tips, and how to wander better. One trip at a time. Let's go.
So another Disney hit, this time not on their private island where they're having the shore erosion, but this time on their newest ship, the Disney Adventure, which just set out for sea trials. Apparently had some problems. It was supposed to debut December 15th of 2025, making its maiden voyage over in Singapore, but it is now delayed through March 10th of 26. This has put the first 24 sailings on cancel, and it's also, depending on who you talk to, going to affect cruises maybe even further down the line. So huge change. Something's gone on with this new ship that they're pushing it from December out a couple more months. But here's the thing. Disney is reallocating those people who especially were on the inaugural ship onto the new inaugural trip. If we booked you on that trip, you've already been notified by us. Book through other means. Hopefully you've gotten notification about what your changes were if you were in those 24 trips. But they're only covering the cruise itself. So we know that when you're cruising, like you're going to want to get a hotel the day before, especially if you're going to fly over and go out of Singapore for that trip. So all those expenses associated, changing airline fees, changing hotels, whatever else that might have been, rebooking or what's not covered by Disney. So again, another pitch for cruise insurance or just travel insurance in general.
Maybe you can't travel at that time.
Well, that's another thing. So if you can't travel, they are giving you option of moving that to a different, not of a refund, but of a future cruise credit, an FCC. And you can apply that to a Disney cruise somewhere else. And on top of that, they also are giving you 50% discount on another cruise. So they are giving you something there. Of course, it is an in-house thing where you can you can cruise again and you can cruise again with us for 50% less. And look, that's not a small thing. That's good. Yeah. And you want them to, whatever the issue is, get it worked out. You do not want to be on that trip. We've talked before about these new mega ships coming out and they're having problems right off the bat. So whatever they experienced during the shakedown cruise was enough for them to postpone it. Fantastic.
Yeah,
get the problem taken care of.
Yeah.
You don't want to be on board when that happens. But at the same time, when you're making these, I don't care if you're leaving out of Fort Lauderdale or Miami or you're flying to Singapore, there's a lot of planning involved. Hopefully you're not involved with them. Your travel advisor do these details for you, but it's not a simple thing. At the minimum, even if your travel advisor is handling all the details for you, you're right. There's life things that are going to get away. You could plan to cruise at a certain period of time. Now it's somewhere 3 months down the line. Now, our empty nesters, many could break that flip, but they might have some other trip planned, right? Because we travel 10 times a year. Other empty nesters are flexible and can do the same, and so you might have to say, oh, okay, you're going to flip that to March. I already had another trip on a different cruise line. Now I got to flip. Now we're talking about even more cancel. It's just kind of dominoes, right? Yeah. Yes, a lot of people do make that one trip. It's one trip a year, and obviously this could be a big change for them, but this is a huge deal. I mean, it looks small when most people look at it like, hey, it's a delay, things happened and now it's going to be changed. But if you were involved in that, this is a huge deal. And if this is the first you're hearing about it, folks, you need to check your spam, because if you didn't, first of all, if you booked through us, you got notified multiple different ways. We've reached out to you through email, through our app, through phone, until we got a hold of you. Maybe we even traveled to your house and knocked on your door, because this is a big deal.
We won't do that.
Well, we might, depending upon, if you're local or not. But if you have not, if this is the first you're hearing this, folks, you're delayed. Somewhere your system broke down and you should have been told about this. And if you've got a travel advisor, come see us, because you didn't get what you were paying for. You should have been notified, and you should be in the midst of making changes. If this affected you, let us know. If you've had something like this happen to you, if you've been on an inaugural cruise or just a cruise in general, which had a cancellation for whatever reason, Let us know in the comments, what did that event look like? What were the dominoes that fell for you? And how much trouble, what did it look like to make new arrangements? We've had things happen. It's a big shuffle
Yeah.
and it can take a lot of time. And you think just booking the cruise was a lot to do. Think about redoing one.
Yeah.
It's
It's
that
daunting.
plus. Yeah, it's a lot going on. Let us know in the comments if you've ever had that issue.
Thanks for spending a little time with us today. If you enjoyed this and want more insider tips, real travel stories, and deals that make your bucket list closer than you think, be sure to scan the QR code, hit subscribe, or follow. Why? Because every week we bring you ideas that save you money, inspire your next adventure, and show you how to travel smarter without the stress. Don't just dream about travel. Make it happen with us. Follow now so you never miss your next chance to wander worth